Hi guys, Brittany here, and we're gonna do something a little bit differently. So, it's January, the first of the year, so I know there's so much thought with going into the new year and what can I change and just bettering ourselves. And quite frankly, I've been on a strong path for this, because 2021 was a rough year, right? And now I'm like, okay, what do I personally need to do for 2022? So I'm beginning this journey today. This is kind of like a morning meditation. That's what I'm calling it, but I know that'll scare a lot of people away. I'm not a meditator. I promise. I'm quite neurotic and all over the place. This podcast I was listening to says he wakes up and does 15 minutes of a morning meditation every day. It gets him focused and thoughtful for the day. But what I thought was most interesting about it was he said a morning meditation doesn't need to be just like, sitting in a blank room staring at nothing. And that was kind of an eye-opener for me because I really like to do yoga. But then the other day I went to the gym and I realized I got kind of the same stress relief from that. So I just like to move. I like to move my body. So this is for some of you if you're kind of like me. If you like to be active, if you don't want to like just sit in a room and stare and you think that your focus isn't going to be helped. I mean, maybe eventually down the road or something like that. Maybe that's advanced meditating. Seems like it probably is. This is called a morning meditation de-stress stretch. All right. So this is, like I said, when I go to the gym or when I go to yoga class, I will go there with the most stress in my body. It's been a really stressful time, right? With the most stress in the pit of my belly that I am like ready to freak out and like start crying, right? But then once I get inside the workout class or inside the gym or whatever that athletic activity is, I calm down quite a bit. And then I can relax and I can call my friends and I can be a normal person again. So I just kind of wanted to welcome you in this journey with me. So if you're interested in creating better habits, let's start with this. Now, get yourself cozy. I'm in my PJs. I mean, with some sports stuff underneath. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be flashing you. But I'm in my PJs. I have my new slipper socks on. I have the oil diffuser going. I turned on my little twinkle lights for you. And then I also really like coffee. Put yourself in the setting you want to be in. Yeah, grab yourself a towel or a mat if you'd like. So, if you have your coffee, cheers. Have a little sip. And we're going to get started with this very first morning meditation. Like I said, this is to de-stress and a stretch. Maybe we'll do some strengthening along the way, but I'm joking on my coffee. Let's just go. We're going to start in child's pose, so put your toes together, knees on the ground, walk those hands out long in front of you. And right here, just get settled in. Just relax. We're going to take 5 breaths here just for yourself. Nice big deep breaths. That was 1, 2. 3. 'Make them bigger and deeper. 4. Fill up the body. 5. Good. We're just settling into our hips right here. Settling into our hips. So you can try and drop those hips even a little lower. You might be up a little bit. That's totally fine. Walk your hands out a little bit longer. Let's just go up to those fingertips. So you're really creating a long stretch all the way across the spine. Good. We're going to take our right arm and circle it back like you're doing a backstroke. And while you do it, look up to that sky. And let's take it on the second side. Nice big morning stretch. All the way around, taking a circle stretch with this from the shoulder. Good. From here, we're going to lift up to our hands and knees. Toes are still on the ground, just like that. Let's go back a little. There we go. Okay, so right here, we're just still breathing. Try to continue your breath. So you're just breathing in and out this whole time. I have to talk through it, but just take deep inhales and exhales. From right here, I want you to make sure that we really are in a box position. Try to pull that belly button into your backbone so your belly's not hanging out and we're just like a cat getting their back scratched, okay? So pull that belly button in. Try to lift up out of your shoulder blades. So we actually are in an active position right here. Let's flip the toes, taking a little stretch on the bottom of the foot right there. And continuing that breath in and out. In and out. Right here, we're gonna drop the back, lift the tail, just take a little stretch. Do what feels good for you today. Roll that back around, go up and around. I hope you can see. I know my sweatshirt's a little baggy, sorry. And the other way. Like I said, you're doing what feels good for you. Sit back on those toes, giving those feet a bigger stretch. Try to pull your belly button into your backbone still. From here, we're going to press the heels to the ground, tail to the sky. Oh, it's hard in my slipper socks. Okay. And ideally, eventually, what we're aiming for is a position right here, trying to get those heels to the ground, arms out in a long V. But it's okay if you're not there today, especially like I have pretty flexible hamstrings, okay? So just do your best. And if your heels aren't even close to touching, that's totally fine. But just do your best to try to get them close to the ground. And move through this position so it feels good for you today. This might be fire. You might hate this, but it'll feel better as we get going. Good. Walk your feet in. And right here, we're just going to relax and fold over the legs, rounding out the spine. Drop your head so we're not like this. And we're just thinking about where we are right now, today, this morning, in our space, reaching forward. These are fun llama socks. And you can start to stretch your knees if you'd like. You can lower down a little deeper depending on where you are, or right here is just fine as well. I like to put my hands on the ground, so if you can reach, great. If not, then we'll make that a goal for you to try and eventually touch our fingertips to the ground. Good. From right here, we're going to take that swim again. So the right arm is going to swim up and back. Take a good stretch. You can look at it up and round as it goes around. And the second side. You can even, the arm that's going up, if you straighten that knee, you can take that there. Up and around. And we're going to walk our feet together. Bend the knees down. We're going to go for a little toe squat, toe stretch here. We're still stretching the bottoms of the feet because if you're doing this in the morning, we just woke up and I don't know about you, but my feet are pretty sore in the morning. So just waking those feet up. Plant the feet down, heels down as much as possible. Mine aren't all the way down, just as much as you can. And let's lift them up again. Take another stretch right here. If you need a little break for a sip of coffee, you go for it. I'm not trying to deprive you of your hot coffee. And press down. Very good. We're just thinking about our body, what we're working on, what we're focusing on. Right here in the moment. And stretching. We're going to walk it back out to that downward dog position, which was our V. So walk it back. All right, tail up to the sky. We're still getting a good stretch behind those hamstrings. Do what you can so that your shoulders are away from your ears. We're not hugging our ears with our shoulders. Very good. You're going to either love this or hate this. Just going to place one foot center, lift one foot up to the sky. Even if it's just a little bit right there, that's fine. Stretch through the ankle, or you can go all the way up to what feels good today. Don't go crazy. We haven't warmed up that much yet. You can even bend the leg and just kind of make leg circles. Good. It's just kind of a little hip opener for us. Lift the second leg. Like I said, right here is totally fine. Or you can go up a little bit higher, turn it out. Let's make some hip circles. But if you have the flexibility, it is actually easier if you get above this point because gravity is pulling you down this way. If you get up, gravity will pull you that way. That way. All right, very good. We're actually going to come back down to our knees, back here to our tabletop position. I want you to take 5 breaths right here. 5 breaths in and out. Try to pull your belly button into your backbone. And right now, I actually want you to pull your hips together. Okay? So we're pulling in, which is kind of like squeezing your booty together. We're just activating those glutes and kind of warming up our hips this morning. Take that inhale again. We're on number 3. 4. Tighten the booty, activating those hips, and the last big breath. Good. We're going to walk our arms out long in front of us and try to put that chest on the ground. Just taking a stretch here for the shoulders. Try to pull your belly button into your backbone still. So we're still engaging the core, even though we're stretching what it looks like not the core at all, right? It looks like the core is not even involved in this, but if we can utilize our core, it's going to help center us for the day. Very good. Let's just, let's just bring the bottoms of our feet together. This is for those hips. Coffee break. I know other people like to drink hot coffee a lot more than me. I get distracted. All right, we're going to take a stretch directly to the side. So reach up, and we're going to place this elbow down on the ground. And we're just reaching directly over top. We're not hunching forward. This is a stretch for our side body. And try to put this hip back down on the ground if it's popped up. Just do your best ability. Good. Up. Second side. You can look down at that hand or up at the ceiling. Good. We're going to walk it forward. Just take a little hip stretch. If you're laying all the way down and you have really open hips, you can either open it out longer and get a stretch more on the outside of that hamstring, or bring it closer, whatever is comfortable for you. I'm in the middle today. It's early. I don't know. Usually I like to open mine wider, but it's to what feels good for you today. And take one more inhale and exhale here. And the whole time you really want to keep breathing. Even if I don't remind you, just keep breathing through the movement. You breathe in all the like negative energy or bad things you're dealing with, and exhale. Oops, that's not what I mean. I don't mean breathe it in. I mean, I want you to exhale it out. It's already in there. It's already in there. Let's exhale it out. Exhale any negative energy, anything you like. If you're telling yourself, oh, I just can't do that, I can't do that, anything negative, blow it out. Get rid of it. Get rid of it this morning. Believe me, I have plenty of it too. I'm not just preaching and not doing it myself as well. It's really important for me as well as you. All All right, good. Let's, we're gonna take a stretch forward and then we're gonna end with a straddle stretch, and that's just where our stretch is this morning. We'll do some different stuff as we continue along. So let's flex our feet, stretch our feet, flex, and stretch, reaching up, out, and long. And if, of course, if you feel you need to spend a little longer in any of these exercises, just hit pause. And you know what? If you hate this one, ready to move on, all you have to do is fast forward. So the power is in your hands. But I do highly encourage you, if you hate this exercise, to stick it out with me. Inhale, exhale, let's go a little bit deeper. And again, this isn't like our craziest, best stretch in the world. This is just our us to get centered for the day. And that's good. Let's open up one leg at a time. Ugh. I haven't stretched my center in a while. This is kind of tight. Okay, we're just gonna walk it forward. If you want to hang out right here, drink your coffee, you go for it. It's a little tricky. Yeah. But very good. While you stay down here and stretch, and I'm just going to talk you through it. Remember, this is just about creating better daily habits. So if you find that maybe you're a little bit like me, a little all over the place, and you're trying to find ways to create more structure in your life, maybe you are homeschooled now and you're not used to that. Maybe you're working from home now and you're not used to that. So that's where I'm at. I used to work like 3 jobs a day and I loved it. I go from show to show to show. But now I'm working from home a lot, which I also love. But you can sometimes get in like a weird schedule, yeah? And it can be hard to like stay responsible on your schedule. So that's what we're aiming to do here. So if that's something you're striving for, that's what we're focusing on, okay? Go a little deeper in your stretch, or you can come up and open your legs wider. I gotta say, my mat is so sticky, it's hard to do that without moving it. But yeah, take these few minutes for you in the day. I'm talking a lot today because I'm trying to introduce you to the plan and what I see for us. So, but we'll move along day by day and just kind of where our bodies feel that day, and we'll get better and improve, and eventually the focus is to get consistent with our morning de-stress. I don't know why I quoted that. It's like our morning meditation is what I was going to say, but it's our morning de-stress stretch. And so if that's something you need, you'll hold me accountable, I'll hold you accountable, and let's do this. And then along the way, we can add in other nice daily habits that we want to include. Please feel free to add them into comments or anything like that, because I love to hear what you're doing, and I'll be completely honest with you on this route as well. But there we go. I hope you feel good and centered and stretched for the day. Next time we'll do a little more core. So when you stand up nice and strong. That's just kind of the intro to our morning meditation, de-stress, stretch. Cheers, guys. Have a good day. Ooh, the garbage truck is